Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another part of Let's Play Warhammer 40k. I mean, imagine Total War Warhammer 40k. That'd be amazing. But no, Warhammer 40k Rogue Trade of the Astra Militarum Commander, where we had just entered the Atrium. Let's have a look at this lore. In this mishmash of devices and cables, you notice equipment from totally different eras. Some ancient, some merely old, and others hastily tossed together in more recent years. I can speak. This is a stall, selling old knickknack. Yeah, we've seen those before. Wonder how many anvers are going to be around here. We do know there's a bunch of rumors. There's another one there. Oh, is it an actual quest? Yeah. Oh shit! I actually forgot about that. Oh yeah, let's go do that now while I'm thinking about it. I mean, you know, fuck it. Let's go get that goods quickly. All right, let's quickly. Let's actually quickly go. All right, we need to go talk to him. Yeah, we'll do that in a minute. I've just realized that apparently we missed something, so let's go get the thing that we missed. Yeah, we'll see if we can find the anvers, because destroying the anvers, I feel like should be like priority 1. At the very least, we need to get all the way down here again. I don't see anything on the map, so obviously we need to get into there as well, but obviously right now it's just not going to happen. So you come out here. Turn off is visible from the bar's entrance.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours. Know your duty.
I mean, haven't we like walked up and down here before? Yeah, I feel like we've already walked. So, I mean, it might mean this, to be fair.
Guide my path to glory.
Apparently there's a note here. Let's go get that. Yeah, it's just a typical anvil note. That's fine.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
Weird. Okay. So... turn off is visible from the bar's end.
The divine watches over us.
Well, I'd say is it that, but I don't see a way to get over there.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
Weird. We can go try going a bit higher again and see if there's a way around that way. Like, yeah, I feel like through there might work, but obviously it doesn't. I'm quite confused. This is probably we're going to spend the entirety of the part in, isn't it? Me trying to figure out where the hell this is. Like, I want to say it's down here, but we've looked down there, and that's just all workers and that, isn't it? There's a chance it could be down there, but what's the likelihood? You know, if this is where an infestation is, it's not very likely to be in there. Actually, let's see if I can talk to him again, see if I can get in there. We want to save these people. Okay, so we haven't got any way of getting in there just yet. More vagabonds up there.
Let us walk.
I feel like the Anvers being in there would make a lot of sense, but at the same time, you just don't know, you know? Let's go talk to Hieronymus, or whatever his name is, the Sister Argenta's friend, and we'll go from there. Realize I have my phone on silent, and I just smacked my phone on the desk. So sorry, guys. Right. Yeah, we'll go talk to Hieronymus. Quickly loot that or whatever's near his feet as well. Oh, he's up there now, is he? Same note as usual. Gonna steal from the priest, don't mind me. The man with a face so drawn it appears to be made of nothing but skin and bone fixes his unblinking bird-like eyes on you. But made of nothing but skin and bone fixes unblinking eyes on you. The priest's simple black clothes have next to no adornment, and they do nothing to mask the unhealthy gauntness. In a cracked voice he says, "The Emperor protects." The Emperor protects, Reverend. But he protects only those who are pure of heart. Do you think of yourself one of them? Be leery of this conviction of yours. Many who have risen to the pinnacle of faith have fallen from it into the embrace of pride most degenerate. And you must be the young von Valancius. That name carries weight, and it is a burdensome one. For its reputation suggests that Theodora encumbered it with many a transgression. I wonder, will you seek to shed them, or will you carry them onward, picking them along the way like ripe fruit and savoring their sweet poison? How do you know who I am? The Emperor has blessed me with an acute hearing, and the people did the rest. How many members of your crew do you think came to confess the moment they arrived in port? How long do you think you suppose it took me to piece together the truth from their words? Awareness test succeeded. Good. The priest's voice is rasping and harsh, but you still manage to pick up a strange change in tone. There was something hidden behind this shift in his speech, something that he did not consider necessary to explain. You're saying Theodora was a transgressor? A woman of great gifts, but few considered virtue to be one of them. People whispered that power had corrupted her, made her believe that she was entitled to anything she wanted. It is known that she showed cordiality to Xenos, broke taboos, and violated dogmas. Then again, so do nearly all rogue traders. Rogue traders are the Emperor's anointed. I act at his command, as evidenced by his signature on my warrant. And did he grant it to you personally? The Emperor has entrusted his servants with the future of humanity, but people are too weak and flawed to prove themselves worthy of his trust. Only suffering can cleanse us, but we fear it and thus remain sullied. I do not wish to enter into a debate with you. A predictable response. He looks at Argent, who is standing nearby, and his voice softens slightly. Greetings, sister. I congratulate you on your return. Was your pilgrimage fruitful? It was, Reverend. Let it be known to you that Theodora von Valancius' ship was attacked by servants of the archenemy who appall the hearts of any righteous soul, she says, nearly hissing with fury, and that all of them met a fitting end. Some fled, and more than that, their blasphemous words clearly pointed to this attack being part of a larger design. Reverend Hieronymus, I wish to join the esteemed rogue trader's crew and help protect the von Valancius dynasty from forces of the archenemy. I am divesting myself of responsibilities of guarding the footfall reliquary. Sister Argenta stood by my side during the assault on the ship, and I could consider her. I could consider her assistance going forward. Could use her assistance going forward. Harmonious nods in thought. Follow the call of your soul, sister. The footfall reliquary will be preserved even without your contribution, as it was in all the years preceding your arrival. He smiles sadly. I know what it is that calls to follow the rogue trader, Sister Argenta. You seek combat, for it helps you to forget how hollow and worthless our lives truly are. It offers the illusion of meaning. Perhaps you will relinquish this illusion one day, or perhaps you will die before that day comes. Regardless, I wish you luck on your new path. But before you start the path towards your new destiny, I have a request to make of you and your companion. Many among my flock are from the poorest, most disposed people in Footfall. They've brought me troubling news from Footfall's shadow quarters. In the darkest corners, where the lieges of their wardens do not venture, taint has taken root. Footfall is consumed by profanity. But even here, true heresy, serving the archenemy, is a rarity. The cultists who now dwell in the shadow quarters mark their abodes with a sun inscribed on a blue and gold, perform strange rituals in secret. The weak find solace in believing these reports to be rumors, but I know well that evil lurked all around us, and I wish to see retribution. We will verify this rumor, Reverend. With great pleasure. Argenta puts her hand on the stock of her weapon. I almost wish for the rumor to be true. My heart yearns to battle some heretics. This is where I bid you goodbye, sister. Noble Malachi, is there more you wish to ask me about? What are you doing on Footfall personally? What am I doing on this den of blasphemers, pagans, and the vilest of souls, you mean to say? Well, Footfall is first and last stop in the Koronus Expanse. It is the point of arrival for those who have just started on their path, and it is also where those who are reaching its very end return, their souls wounded and bleeding. I embrace both the former and the latter, so that they may cast an honest eye over their impunity. Furthermore, rumors from across the entire sector amass in Footfall. If I hear crewmen whispering about a reclaimed shrine world, or express desire to carry the Emperor's light into the darkness among the stars, I help my flock in their sacred duty. Devoted trailblazers need assistance, both spiritual and material, tools, equipment, even garments and simple everyday items. Anything that might help pilgrims on their long journey and during the first of the days of the harsh frontier life is worth its weight in gold to us. May any help you offer to the effort of gathering such things be blessed. The path of true believers leads into darkness, to search for worlds that have lost his radiance, steeped in depravity. Blessed are the deeds of those who give themselves into the void, and warp in hopes of their actions may bring light into the darker reaches of the Expanse and deliver a previously barren world into the Imperium's service. He is silent for a few seconds. But all the more bitter is the realization that not all brave souls will succeed in their mission. Footfall still awaits news from the Westerland Wayfarer, an ancient ark of a ship headed for distant stars. Her last astropath message was from beyond the Koronus Maleficarum, and the stars have kept her fate since. I bear another darker duty. The Expanse is filled with tainted creatures and unholy heretics. These insidious objects are a danger to the soul, but I know what to do with them. Should you on your travels come upon dangerous corrupted objects, bring them to me, and the reward for your vigilance will be even more generous. The Drusian mission has much to share with the rogue trader. Well, I'd like to look at what the rogue followers of Saint Drusius have to offer me. Well, let me see. So you have some medikits, an enforcer helm, an imperial scroll. Damn. Onslaught and a bloodhound staff. So you need a lot of points for me to get anywhere with you. Fucking hell. An elite chainsword, sanctified staff. That looks pretty cool. Crack grenades, cloak of retribution, a power claymore. Damn, heavy bolter. I see a heavy bolter. Flamer pistol. A heavy flamer. Focus melt gun. Pretty good shit, to be fair. And a condensed carapace. So what do you want? You want holy gifts and you want holy gifts and jewelry as your main thing. Okay, so let's sort these by A to Z. We have some holy gifts, but no jewelry. We'll trade that to you for now, and we'll chill.
For the Emperor.
Wasn't done speaking with you, but okay. I have a question about faith. My sermon planted the seed of faith in the heart of another rogue trader once. Incendia Chorda, perhaps you are destined to become my second fledgling. Tell me more about the Emperor. You think it is easy to put into words his essence and splendor? The Emperor is the perfect deity that reads our hearts and grants us his light. He led humanity out of darkness and horror. He created our great home. He experienced torment and pain, which only made him stronger. That is a lesson to us all. Purity is not to be found at the bottom of the dirtiest hive or golden palaces, but only among the ranks of those who suffer. Argenta suddenly makes a sign of the Aquila, her bright eyes burning with unyielding flame. What is the proper way to worship the Emperor? Pray to him, destroy his enemies, and touch not their poisoned gifts. Cast aside all doubt and be vigilant against the weak souls beside you. When you see a sign of taint, burn it away without pity. Pain is good. It tears the crust of vileness from one's soul. And remember that if you see no fault in you or around you, then you are not being diligent enough in your search, or you are being too lenient on yourself, averting your eyes from the truth. The Emperor's servants, who are they? You speak of the Adeptus Ministorum. I hate that word. Well, these heralds of his word hold great power. Every priest, myself included, is part of the hierarchy, and the ecclesiarchy possesses the unique right to judge what is virtuous and what is malign. The Adeptus Ministorum prays and cares for the temples. It sends missions such as mine own to every corner of the dominion of humanity. It fights against heresy. I imagine it's very advantageous for the ecclesiarchy to pose as a congregation of saints. Forgive me for not buying any of it. And rightly so. The ecclesiarchy harbors plenty of covetous and power-hungry recidivists. They've forgotten what it means to be a shepherd. They've grown soft and sluggish. For too long have their souls and bodies gone without suffering. Many would consider your remarks about the ecclesiarchy to be heretical, and many others would find them truthful. I am a preacher of radical teachings that renounces fear. I have left the bounds of the blessed Imperium to carry his light into the darkness of the frontier. I've come to know depravity firsthand, and now able to perceive it under any guise. I think I can afford myself a modicum of truth. Who is the enemy of the Imperium? It has three faces. The inhumane Xenos, who wish death upon us simply because they are unlike us. The pitiful subhuman mutants, abominations that would wish death upon us because they envy us and are ashamed of themselves. And the archenemy that reigns in the Imperium, which wishes death upon us by its very nature. Yadira starts giggling at Hieromonys' words. He forgot to mention people like me. My whole life, people have told me that I'm filth on the face of humanity, its poison, its bane. She stops abruptly with a sob. Tell me about Incendia Chorda. Have you heard of the Aspis Chorda, a pirate, blasphemer, xenophile, and egregious apostate? Incendia is her heir, and a rarity among rogue traders. The protection of the Holy Warrant typically leads to swift atrophy of conscience and pious dread, but not in Incendia's case. He relentlessly hunts down pirates and firebrands and brings rebellion colonies to repentance, establishing strict discipline. The weight of her wrath is great indeed. The colonies she punishes are guarded with orbital rings of heretic corpses as a warning to the survivors. As her personal confessor and guide, I find no end to the joy her triumphs in faith bring me. This one is orchestrating massacres, a sign of virtue. They aren't massacres, it's a war on apostasy and treason, and in this war, Incendia Chorda is inflicting great wounds upon the wicked. Okay, thank you for your explanations. I don't want to know about you, you seem like a bit of a twat to be honest, so let's just leave. I was kind of hoping he would... Yeah, I was kind of hoping he'd give me a way in, but...
Each step,
like way into the what's it called? This is obviously St. Drusus. Yes. Oh no, Pessimus Dwayne, the legendary rogue trap. I thought that was Drusus. Alright, fair enough. Fuck me, I was wrong. Sight of the conjugator would be enough to break any tech priest's heart. The machine is leaning slightly to one side, grimy, covered in scrawled drawings, with frivolous writing scratched here and there on the casing. Several keys are missing and the rest are coated with dust. Pascal's respirator lets out a mournful hiss before he says grimly, "The right of operation has been repeatedly and blasphemously violated. Requesting the identification and punishment of the deplorable acolyte entrusted with caring for the machine spirit." After a series of creaks and groans, the conjugator's dusty screen lights up on its several lines of text section headings. Praise the Omnicide, the machine spirit of this conjugator is aggrieved but willing to serve. Accompanied by the crackling of Bienharic prayer, Pascal's mechanandrites gently place a couple of keys lying on the floor back into place. What about welcome? The screen flickers a few times before revealing the world a text thrilling to the world, a text in low Gothic. In the name of the founder of Footfall Station, conqueror of stars, builder of outposts, the noblest rogue trader, Parmisius Duane, and on behalf of his descendant, I welcome you. This conjugator was installed on the order of the illustrious Parmisius, so that the needy may tap into the flow of the wisdom. Cast your eyes upon the list of sections and choose what you wish to know. Abelard Brow Forest. Parsimus Duane? Never heard of such a rogue trader house. Whoever this Parsimus were, he was sure fought big. Lord Captain Parsimus Duane, one of the trailblazers of the Koronus Expanse and this station's founder. I've read about his great deeds. Lord Duane was once the colonel of the Astra Militarum, but by his will, he later inherited a warrant. The company accumulated enough power to gather a small fleet of loyal allies and ventured out to conquer the Expanse. They say Footfall was meant to be his personal palace world, but the construction dragged on for decades, and Lord Parsimus eventually died of old age. His enemies instantly tore Footfall to pieces and turned into a bastion of humanity we know today. One that is full of bandits, privateers, hustlers, and rogue traders. Pleased with herself, Cassia nods slightly to everyone to let everyone know that the lecture is over. About Footfall. Footfall Station has been envisioned by the great Parmisius Duane as a palace in the stars, as majestic as the spirit and mind of its creator. As of the year of this conjugate's installation, merely a small fraction of the great Parmisius designs have yet to be made a reality, but already their audacity and grandeur are staggering. Footfall has become the gateway to the savage and barely explored Koronus Expanse, a foothold for the future conquest by the Imperium, and the noble Parmisius Duane who acts by the Emperor's will. The conjugate wheezes and blinks, clearly trying to shut down. Emergency repair. The conjugate whirs and the screen turns back on. One of the first structures on Footfall was a colossal statue of the Emperor. A whole asteroid was used for the creation of this sculpture, but even in its titanic proportions cannot convey the awe that every faithful servant of the Imperium feels before the Master. The statue is at the center of Footfall in the same way that the Emperor is at the center of the heart of the Imperium. As construction progresses, new smaller asteroids are being attached to the statue, the surface serving as foundations for glorious palaces and temples, and the inner tunnels as home for the commoners and rabble. Okay, what about his design? Conjugate flickers and grunts before displaying the tapestry of text. The great Parmisius Duane intended to conquer the Koronus Expanse and build the most grandiose structure, which will shine throughout the ages, praising the names of its creator and his descendants. Footfall, the place in the stars, palace in the stars. The glory of great Parmisius' deeds will live on through the ages, his grand designs, blah, 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 blah. The conjugate hisses and grunts and tries to clean its insides by spewing out dust and detritus for its cracks. The conjugate hisses for a while and the screen flickers, and once more shows the words, the great Parmisius Duane intends to conquer. Pascal's box wheezes mournfully. The spirit of the machine is enraged, and will perform its functions no more. I will see to it that the profaners responsible for this maintenance are marked for servo penitence. We've learned a little bit about Duane. Duane seems a little bit too... seems interesting. Something I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just my really big skeptic brain. I feel like something is... I don't know. Yeah, something speaks to me, and it's not speaking, it's not speaking in, well, telling me that there's something just a little bit sus about that statue. Oh, another conjugate. Oh, don't know where the fuck I'm going, but I succeeded. I don't know where I'm going, but I succeeded in allowing myself to go there. And yielding Vanguard boots, all eyes and 2-cell radius around the wear again, plus weapons of bonus resolve. Okay, fair enough. Don't know if I actually has anyone who hasn't got boots. And that I like that boots for you. We'll give it to Argenta. I feel like that fits Argenta's deal. That'll be better on you because of the thing. Yeah, we'll chill on that for now. Right, let's go back. Something down there. Let's go see what that is. Yeah, more Anva crap. The Anvas are going to die. Whether they know it,
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
that's, ooh. The low hum of voice is quiet, and a gaze shifts to you. The tall man with a shaved head is rubbing his hands together nervously. His opulent clothes are nearly bursting at the seams in his muscular body. An expression is forbiddingly grim. Still, he's trying to put on an air of friendliness. Greetings, you must be. He glanced at the scroll in his mechanical hand implant. Master Fidello, all the guests have arrived. You're last on the list, and we couldn't well start without you. Your presence is absolutely vital. Of course, I'm Fidelio. He puts on a broad smile, but then catches himself quickly, frowns once more. Please, we can talk later. Chaplain is about to begin. What is this tomfoolery? Abelard grumbles, but not before making sure that the man is out of earshot. I'm going to look around. The gathering you found yourself in seems refined and respectable at first glance. The decorations and the attendees' clothes speak of wealth, and so does the location, which isn't far from the Legion's residence. But you notice that most of these that gathered here are impressively posing physiques. Many of them have scars and military-grade implants. Several of the guests look like they're covering the exit. A few are clearly carrying concealed weapons. Your appearance has definitely attracted everyone's attention. Just about every guest here keeps glancing at you, and some are clearly watching your every move, even though they are trying not to show it. I wonder who this Fidello is, and why they cannot start proceedings until he or she appears. Judging by the way that that fellow with the list was talking about him, it's someone very important, but it's not a name I've heard before. I've never heard the name before either. What is this place? What is going on here? I know nothing about this place, but I feel something in the works here. I sense danger and opportunity. And the danger is a whole lot greater. She finishes grimly. I want to see what this is about. I'm dumb. Oh, what a terrible, sorrowful day. We pay our respects to the life and soul of Football Society, a loyal servant of the Imperium, a generous benefactor who spared no expense to keep the fire of the faith burning, and an example to all future generations, the most noble, unforgettable Master Ballardo, the fussy administratum clerk, speaks in a strained voice and keeps peeking at a paper with text on it. His speech drags on, blending into a monotonous cascade of praises of the late Master Ballardo. Let us offer a prayer to the Emperor for the repose of Master Ballardo's soul and the prosperity of his heirs. I now pass you over to our most revered chaplain. A formidable-looking man dressed in the attire of the ecclesiarchy missionary glares at the gathered crowd. And here you all are, you vultures. Let's offer a prayer then. But if you think that the Emperor, or the messenger of his will, in other words, myself, does not see in you vile souls, you are sorely mistaken. Chaplain looks at you and gives you a slight nod. I wasn't referring to Master Fidello. At least Dens himself wanted to see him at his funeral, but the rest, I know every one of you, and I would be astonished to discover anyone here who truly mourns his loss. Go ahead, pray for Ballardo's soul. Soon the flames will take him, a fitting end to a life like his. May the Emperor keep his soul. Without uttering another word, Chaplain makes sign of the Aquila and pointedly turns away from the attendees. What the fuck is going on? Well, unfortunately, we'll have to figure that out in the next one. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you guys did enjoy, please do follow me on YouTube. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave a share. Most of all, guys, stay safe. Have a great day. Join the channel memberships if you're interested, and I'll see you all in the next one. See you guys then.